first off, Noel has said many a time he can't beat Yipes. Free, like it's bad. He can't beat Yipes, and he knows that. Every time he plays Yipes, the only way he's gonna win, period, is if he randoms him out. This nigga knows it, plain and simple. He goes over there and he says, but if Yipes plays Noel, Yipes plays Knives, if Knives beat Yipes, I have a chance of beating Knives. At least I have a shot there. You know what I'm saying? Plus, at the time when they were talking about when they were telling Noel and Knives to play Noel and Yipes to play the match, Noel's like, yo, Justin has my stick. Me and Justin are playing on the same stick. I can't even play my match yet. So it's not like we're holding up the tournament. We can't even play our match. So just have him go ahead and play him. This nigga's still insisting. No, they were saying, like, yo, he's on his way right now. They'll be inside of the building. They're in the cab right now. They're about to be here in about 3 minutes. And he says, no, I don't care. He's DQ'd. Nigga just wanted to DQ him. So when I'm talking about, I'm like, yo, this is clearly a bias, number one. And number two, you're not holding him turning all this. He's like, oh yeah, that's a good one. Sure, I'm biased. So then this idiot, afterwards, he goes over there and he goes with the DQ, never talks to Min about it. And so while I'm looking for Big E, now Yipes and Noel play their match. So now I'm a little bit hot because it's like, wait. You actually went ahead and went through with this DQ, which you know you didn't have to DQ him because, again, we didn't hold up the tournament. Then you go up over here and you never talked, and when you talked to Big E about it, because you wouldn't listen to us at all, so we had to get Big E, and Big E goes in there and tells you, you know what I'm saying? If Big E goes in there and tells you, hey, you know, go ahead and run the match, because clearly he's not holding up the tournament. I mean, how many people were over an hour late to the... How many times did you look at the stream, and you saw the stream, and there wasn't a match playing? Because it's like, well, we're waiting on this match right now, but right now someone's in another game. You know how many hours of late niggas there were in this tournament? But only this nigga Knives is the only one from Marvel that I know of that got DQ'd. And I want you to understand something. My match was before Knives, but Knives got DQ'd, and I didn't. Them niggas were still letting me play my match. Like, yo, go ahead and play your match. Now, why is it you gonna tell me I can play my match, but you tell this nigga Knives, no, you DQ'd and we show up at the exact same time? For all you morons that want to jump to the conclusion, yeah, you got DQ'd because you an hour late. Why wasn't I DQ'd? I didn't get DQ'd. Only this nigga Knives did. You wanna tell me that's not shady? You wanna tell me that's not shiesty? So I keep telling this nigga, I keep telling Yipes, like, Yipes, just talk to this nigga. He keeps saying, if you talk to him, I promise you, he'll play the match. Man, I already did it, you know what I mean? I told him not to DQ him in the beginning. I did talk to him. I'm like, no, tell him you want to play him right now. Just tell him right now. Man, you know what I'm saying? I already talked to him. What? Alright. So anyway, match goes on. They play the match. So then I'm looking for Big E. While I'm looking for Big E, they go ahead and play the match. Big E comes back, you know what I'm saying? And he comes back and tells me, like, hey, you know, I really wish you would have came to me first. I'm really, really terribly sorry. That's not the way it should have happened. I told him to play the match. I don't know how he didn't play the match. And I'm like, well, that's what's shocking the freak out of me. Why wouldn't you play the match? Like, I don't understand why he wouldn't have played the match. I couldn't imagine you not telling him to play the match considering the way this thing went down. So this nigga goes up over here. It ain't a call yet, Click. Yeah, I got you. Just give me a minute. Then this nigga comes up over here afterwards, and after the match is over, now you got D Nice coming up to me. Now you got Min coming up to me. Now you got Big E. You got Matrix. You got everybody coming up to me like, oh. Yipes comes up to me and he's like, yo, listen, man, I did what I can. I want you to understand. I get you saying you don't want to come back to these events anymore. Oh, once they did that, once they said like, no, for sure, it's fine. You're DQ'd and all that. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to play in this tournament anymore. I'm done. I'm free. Like I'm out of it. So, cause I'm like, look, if you're gonna do some shady something like this, I don't even want to be a part of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? This whole thing, it just has a nasty scent to me. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care anymore. I'm out. Because to be honest with you, I don't care about winning in Marvel, but I want this nigga Knives to win in Marvel because this nigga Knives, this could have been a career-making tournament. Me, the way I look at it is I look at it like this: if Knives beat Yipes, his next opponent was Noel Brown. I don't know if you guys know their tournament history, but right now it's 100-0, 100% in Knives' favor. Every single time they've ever played a set, as far as in the tournament, as far as bar fights, as far as their money matches, it's so ridiculously in Knives' favor. I already feel like, yo, if Knives beats Yipes, then he's probably going to beat Noel based off of all of the history, which means he's guaranteed to be winners in top 8. But no, we don't even get to that because this nigga's on some quick DQ something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. So I'm already irritated about the situation. So I'm like, all right, I'm out of the tournament. Now you got D-Nice coming up to me like, oh, yeah, you know, sorry about that, bro. It really shouldn't happen that way. Spooky comes up to me. Yo, we're really sorry about that. We'll make it up to you guys. We know this shouldn't have went down. But you got stream monsters all throughout the Twitter. Yep, you guys were late. You should have been DQ'd. That's just the way it works. I want tournaments to be on time. Even this retard nigga playing to win had the nerve to say something. Now, let me let you know some things about this nigga playing to win. I'm sorry. That is one of the most deplorable, despicable, retarded human beings on the planet Earth. I want you to know that. If you are watching this stream right now playing to win, you are everything that is wrong with Homo sapiens in general. I hope you know right now, first off, wait, hold up. This nigga was the runner of this nigga, of Console Combat, the sponsors that sponsored Andre. Oh my god, it's Andre. Before Andre decided to leave, he left that whole sponsorship, but this nigga tried to imply or make it seem like they dropped Andre, but really this nigga Andre left because that nigga was over here being the most disrespectful cunt rag I have ever experienced in my life. I already didn't like this nigga, and I'll explain why, because I think some of you guys from my stream would understand this. This nigga the whole time when we were sitting there, when I was talking about when we went to Summer Jam, and Vangeef ended up playing this nigga. Hold on. Vangeef ended up playing this nigga, and he Vangeef ended up playing him, and he sat there, and it was a team tournament, and he beat Vangeef. After he got up, now you all know this nigga Vangeef is an emotionless nigga. No offense, Vangeef, I'm just being real. Not really an emotional type dude. Ain't talking no trash, you don't ever hear the nigga speak halfway at all. I mean, find an interview with this nigga. Vangeef don't even talk. This nigga comes up over there and is automatically, after he beats Vangeef in one game, and it comes down to the wire last hit, talking about some, yo, best Geef, and it's like, wait, hold up. Didn't nobody even say best Geef? Nobody even said it. We haven't popped off at all. This moron comes up, and I told y'all about it. He comes up and he's like, he's supposed to be the best Geef. That's why I just bodied him. And I'm like, wait, what? Then he says, and so we're like, what are you even talking about, bro? No one even said anything to you. What are you doing? And he says, well, yeah, bro, we got no respect before that match. And I'm like, no respect before that match? Nigga, I respect you less now. You barely beat him one game and you want to pop off, nigga. It's in a ridiculous matchup and it came down to the last hit and you want to talk about some best Geef and nobody even talks some trash? I don't respect you at all. Any respect I would have had for you, I definitely ain't got now. I got zero respect for you. Then he comes up with some whole, yeah, well, I'm a doctor, bro, and I got stuff going for me. And I'm like, wow, like, how are you going? Where is this even coming from? I don't even know you retard scrub. But anyway, this nigga is the same scrub nigga going to win, or playing to win, that messages me and says, you are everything wrong with the fighting game community. And I'm like, wait a minute. You, the same nigga that messaged Andre when Andre was sitting there talking about he had a job. He had a low income job. He was making minimum wage. And he said, even though I'm making minimum wage, I've decided to create a dedication to myself that no matter what, I'm going to save some money. If all I can save is $40 from all of my paychecks, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save 10%. I don't really think that's that big of a deal for some nigga to say I'm saving 40, I'm saving 10% of my check. Playing to win, he gets a slew of niggas like, yeah, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. I think I should do the same thing. Because everybody knows 10-10-80 is probably the best system ever. And so Andre's talking about saving 10%. This moron is the only nigga to reply like, yeah, with some old negative BS. So then Andre's like, whoa. Then Andre runs into some hard times. This nigga playing to win eventually messages him and says to him, you have no aspirations in life. I can see now that you'll probably end up on welfare. All you do is play fighting games, and you're wasting your time. I can see you'll probably you'll never go anywhere with fighting games. You need to get your priorities together. What sort of nigga says something like that to somebody? Really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, just out of the blue. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga's having some hard times. I'm not gonna lie. This nigga's having some hard times, but you actually have the audacity to say something like that to somebody, you despicable, deplorable, disgusting human being. I mean, and Andre being still respectful because this is his sponsor at this point, so he can't really go in. This nigga just goes over and says, hey, you know what, listen, I mean, I understand that I guess you're trying to help, but honestly, I really, you know, if you could keep that kind of advice, I feel like it's really negative if you can keep that. And so many words, I'm paraphrasing, basically says, I really appreciate if you keep that to yourself. In a very respectful way. And if you need me to show you the text, I will get it from Andre and show it to you because I saw it with my own freaking eyes. This nigga goes off on some whole, yo, I'm a doctor, I give advice for a living, and I'm just telling you as I see it, this is the way it's turning out right now. I think you will end up on welfare. You should take my advice. I see you just pressing buttons all day. You know, you don't get any respect. You want respect before you earn it. Just on some whole nonsense. Like, whoa. Where does this even come from? I want this nigga to know right now. I am very, very sorry. When I heard about that, I'm like, yo, if I was in your situation, I'd have left that guy. I would have left that sponsorship too. That's not the role of a sponsor to sit there and be my life coach, especially with some super disrespectful nonsense like that. But that's what that nigga went on. So I want this nigga to know right now, playing to win, I want you to know that you have probably set evolution back for our species. You are a despicable human being. Everything about you is complete failure. I want you to know that you don't have any friends because the advice you give is most of the time fraudulent. You have no understanding of any form of real life. Your family does not invite you to Thanksgiving or any other family functions because you are a despicable, deplorable human being. No one likes you. No one likes being around you. You have no friends. You have no social life. You don't have any sort of following. Console combat has failed because everything you do is failure. The advice that you've given in the medical community, I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that it is a result of several malpractice lawsuits. You have set back the medical community. You have set back the fighting game community. You are everything wrong with us as Homo sapiens. The only reason why we will not evolve is because you are here breathing our oxygen and drinking our clean water. If you would cease to exist right now, we would be better and stronger as a species. You piece of waste. You are complete garbage, and I hope you stop breathing now. You are a waste of flesh. Your parents are not proud of you. You are a failure. Everything about you is failure. You are the embodiment of failure, and I know you will probably be a virgin the rest of your life. You will get married and your wife won't sleep with you because you are that useless. Everything about you is failure. Sexual technique will always be fail. Your dawsing is complete fail. Your existence on this planet is complete fail. You are the embodiment of everything that everybody does not want to be. I hate you as a person. I wish you would stop existing. Please stop breathing today. Now, stop it. You are a complete waste of time. Anyway, this old moron nigga has the nerve to go in there and start talking some trash to other people as if we're supposed to respect this nigga. Who are you? Again, who are you, nigga? Some nigga that gives advice to people all day but haven't recognized at this point not to give advice when niggas don't want it and to be respectful with the advice you give? You are a waste of flesh. Your dad's sperm failed when it penetrated. I'm pretty sure you're the result of a failed condom and a failed birth control, and they probably had an abortion and that failed too. That's how much they didn't want you, and when you were born they didn't want you either. You are a waste of space. Know that, nigga. Anyway,